Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another weather forecast. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the big pattern change that's going to be coming up for the next coming 2 weeks here. It's going to bring extremely warm temps for the western United States, sadly, and extending the summer. We're going to be seeing triple digits, 90s and 80s across the western coast there and portions of the western United States in general. And then for the eastern and central United States, we're going to be seeing two big waves of a large cold front that will be bringing in up to winter temperatures. Yes, I said it. Winter temperatures. We are expecting upper 20s for portions of the Midwest and Northeast, even 30 for portions of the 30s for portions of the Southeast. You can be seeing some 40s and 30s for the South, the Southern Plains there. I mean, it's going to be quite the huge pattern change. It's going to be very well below average temperatures for much of the United States, including the eastern and central portions. And then, of course, for the western portion of the United States, going to be rather warm and actually still going to be seeing some deadly to excessive heat for areas near Death Valley in the far southwestern states there. But before we get into the video, I do apologize for being inconsistent with my uploads lately. I've had a lot of homework cross country at a cross country meet yesterday. I was spending all day yesterday with my family, so I do apologize for being inconsistent with my uploads. I'm going to try to get back to that daily upload consistency. But before we get into the video as well, please subscribe if you're new, hit the like button, and post notification icon. But without further ado, let's get into this weather forecast. So here's looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook here, and as you see, wow, just look at these, just look at the difference here. I mean, look at that just looking at these colors, I'm shivering because these colors just bring that cold vibe here. And if you look at here, you already know it's going to be extremely warm here. So it's going to kind of split up half. It's going to kind of split up the United States in half. The eastern portion really cold, actually winter temperatures and fall temperatures. And then going to be seeing still summer temperatures for portions of the western United States here. So let's go and check out the eastern half of the United States first. We actually have a 90 to 100% chance for below average temperatures, and that's including portions of the Southeast and Ohio Valley. And I'm actually under that 90 to 100% chance, so it's kind of pretty great. So this is where that 90 to 100% chance is right here. Actually, it's right here. This is where it is. So, I mean, it's really hard to see because these blues are like so dark and they kind of blend in with each other. But I think that the best chance for the cold is going to be right here for that the general eastern United States here. But this is going to be setting up a nice ridge, which is going to help keep those cold temperatures and going to help keep this cold from to be rather long lasting. That's just going to keep those warm temperatures up there for portions of the west. So it's going to be rather a big pattern change because we were kind of seeing a warmer weekend here, but now into this week and portions of next week, it'll be very cold. I'm actually expecting lows in the lower 40s, which is around 25 degrees below average. I mean, it's going to be really crazy. And then, as you see, for portions of the western United States, going to be seeing up to a 80 to 90% chance for above average temperatures, and that's going to be for the Pacific Northwest. So, kind of a break from the Southwest. So the Southwest is still going to be seeing above average, but at least the Southwest isn't under the under the 80 to 90% chance there. So the worst of it, average-wise, will be in the Pacific Northwest, but temperature-wise, the worst will still be for portions of the Southwest here. But this is what we have for the 8 to 14, this is what we have for the 6 to 10 day outlook. So October 2nd to October 6th. So we're going to be seeing a very wintry, very cold start to October for portions of the eastern United States, especially the Southeast and portions of the Midwest. And then going to be seeing a very warm start for October in the general western United States. Here's the 8 to 14 day outlook. And as you see, everything kind of chills out a little bit. Like the excessive heat kind of chills out a little bit, and the excessive cold will kind of chill out a little bit. As you see, only going to be seeing a 50 to 60% chance for below average temperatures the previous week or the week prior, previous October 4th to October 10th. Still going to be seeing below average temperatures for portions of the eastern and central United States here. So still going to be seeing that cold front all the way up to October 10th, and maybe even a little bit further from October 10th, but still also going to be seeing that extension to that warm air. Kind of going to see that warm is going to try to move more eastward as that ridge kind of tries to break a little bit. And that's going to create a little bit of an opening for that warm air to get back in the eastern United States and create quite a warm United States around mid-October here, unless this pattern change does switch here, which they tend to happen once we see this pattern that we're seeing currently or expecting to see. But only a 70 to 80% chance for above average temperatures, but going to be a lot more widespread for much of the northwest here from Nevada up to the Vancouver area. So going to be really warm for the Pacific Northwest, and then going to be seeing that widespread heat though for just portions of the Western Plains, the Rockies here. It's going to be rather warm. Still going to be seeing 90s, maybe lower end triple digits for the Death Valley region. I mean, it's gonna feel like, it's definitely gonna feel like summer for the West, and definitely gonna feel like winter or at least late fall for overnight lows and even highs for some regions in the 6 to 10 day outlook. But in the 8 to 14 day outlook, it's gonna be just rather chilly, maybe around 5 to 10 degrees below average. Not gonna be too shabby, but definitely the 6 to 10 day outlook. That's where it's gonna be worse for both regions. The worst heat for the West and the worst cold for portions of the eastern United States. But now let's go take a look at the 2 temperature anomaly. So here's looking now at the 2 temperature anomaly for the next 12 hours. And as you do see here, going to start seeing that cold front somewhat trying to form there over the Pacific Northwest and the western region. Like I said, it was a rather warm weekend for portions of the eastern United States. As you see, this is kind of what it was over the weekend. It was very warm, but now we're going to be seeing that big pattern change. You can kind of see that cold front trying to push. Obviously, it doesn't look like much of a cold front, but this is the first wave of the cold front. Like I said, there's going to be 2 waves, and this is going to create some warmer temperatures for early on the week, but as it does get closer to portions of the East Coast, these temperatures would really change. But there it is. Really big cold front here that's going to set in some really warm temperatures for the western United States and some very warm temperatures for portions of the Northeast here. So the Northeast won't get hit hard by the first cold front. They're actually going to be extremely warm from this first cold front. But that second wave, which will come in later on, that's where it's going to be really, really widespread cold temperatures. But this is the next 72 hours. Really, really cold temperatures up to 5 to even maybe 15 at some portions. 15 degrees below average there, that first incoming cold front. And then the second wave comes, and this is where it's going to affect the East Coast a lot more than the first one. But, I mean, look at this. Really, really warm temperature for the western United States, up to 20-plus degrees above average. But there's that first cold front. There's that second cold front. And the first cold front doesn't even end before the second one comes. So that's going to keep those long-lasting cold fronts, or those long-lasting cold temperatures. But look at that second cold front. Going to be a lot more to the east here, so it's going to kind of affect the Northeast a lot more. But I'm going to be seeing up to possibly 20 degrees below average for portions of North Carolina and Georgia, 20 degrees below average for portions of Wisconsin there. And then here it comes. I mean, it's going to get really cold for these areas, up to around 16 to 20 degrees below average. And then this cold air continues to stay here. This is actually what we see here. This is actually October. Let's actually check the date here. I gotta move my screen here. If this actually does work for me here. But yeah, this is actually in 228 hours here. That is October 6th. But like I said, this warm front's gonna start pushing eastward. So this is where it is. The front lines of that warm front, the boundary on October 4th. And this is where it is now, moving October 6th, October 7th. I mean, this warm front's going to start to push east, as that ridge won't stay where it is forever. So that cold air, that cold front's going to come to an end, but it will still stay for the Northeast until all around October 10th. And then we got some warm air coming for the first time in around a week and a half for the Southeast there. But that warm air doesn't end for the Southwest and Western United States with that warm front moving east. It actually kind of gradually gets worse. But look at this, October 11th, a major change. Like I said, these temperatures can swap. We can have cold air for the West and then warm air for the central and eastern United States. And that's what we're going to be seeing. It's going to be seeing a cold front moving the northwest there. And then it seems like we're going to be seeing that pattern change here into mid-October. Like I did say in the 6 to 10 day outlook, like I did say that these temperatures, like I said, these temperatures could swap, and that happens. That usually tends to happen after a pattern change like this. But yeah, that seems like it's gonna happen. So you guys in the West will catch a break. But the thing is, it seems that this cold front's gonna actually somehow gonna make its way to the eastern United States. It's not gonna be like a ridge that's gonna be keeping it in the West. It's actually gonna be more of a kind of central United States here, but it's gonna definitely bring some cooler and relieving temperatures for portions of the Northwest, due to obviously what they're gonna be seeing from now all the way up to around October 10th, which is 13 days, almost 2 weeks of straight warm air. So a relief for the Northwest, definitely. It's just like out there in the Southwest. You guys probably won't even feel much of a difference, but seems like this will be another big cold front that will make its way to the Southeast and Eastern United States, because that's what it seems like it's going to be doing. It's not just staying for this Northwest, it's actually extending eastward. So it could be heading this way, but this is actually October 13th, so won't be seeing that pattern change until around 2 weeks from now. So here's looking now at the European model. This is actually showing you how big the difference is compared to the average. So as you see, next 24 hours, that's when that cold front starts to kind of develop up to 20 degrees below average for portions of Colorado, around 10 to 15 degrees below average for portions of the Ozark general area to Kansas, Missouri, and even portions of Oklahoma. Like I said, there's a warm start. There's a warm weekend here. There's still that warm weekend still for portions of the Northeast, up to 13 to even portions of 15 degrees above average. But that will get gradually worse as that cold front that's pushed eastward. As you see, you're going to start seeing now up to 20 degrees above average for the Northwest, and they're going to be seeing up to around 12 to 16 degrees above average for portions of the western coast. But as you do see, this is definitely be a big cold front, especially for the South Central, up to 16 degrees below average for Texas, 14 degrees below average for the General Plains, and then it migrates to the east, which will help increase the strength of that warm front for the Northeast up to 20 degrees below, 20 degrees above average, and then this warm front in the West Coast will get a lot worse, up to around 23 degrees above average for portions of the Oregon area. But as you see, look at this, 21 to 26 degrees. 26 degrees, ladies and gentlemen, below average for portions of Alabama, Georgia border. 16 to 17 degrees below average for portions of the Appalachias. Up to around 12 degrees to even 13 degrees below average for my general region. But going to be really cold, especially for the Southeast. I mean, seeing that the Southeast will get the worst average-wise from that first cold front, because as you see, they're going to be seeing up to 21 degrees below average. And in general, other areas are only going to be seeing like 12 to 16. But look at this. Then that second cold front starts to originate right here. It's going to start really small, and then that's going to come in more to the east this way, as that first cold front hasn't even finished off yet. But look at this. 22, 23 degrees above average for portions of the California coast. I mean, it's going to be some really dangerous heat for those areas. But as you see, there comes that bigger and more significant second cold front there, that second wave, and as you see, going to possibly bring in 18 to 15 degrees below average for a portion of the Southeast, 20 degrees below average for portions of the Michigan area. I'm going to bring in widespread cold temperatures for the Southeast, so I'm going to be seeing up to possibly 15 degrees below average. But look at this warm front is going to become a lot more widespread now. Now going to be seeing up to 20 plus degrees above average for portions of Oregon, Idaho, even portions of California, Nevada. And then it's going to get gradually worse. You're going to start seeing that up to possibly 25 degrees above average, 22. I mean, look at this, but really going to get really cold over the Great Lakes and Ohio Valley before that warm front does take over. And it's going to bring it up to possibly 16, 17, even 18 degrees below average for many states here. And that warm front's going to start to get act together and push this cold front out. But then we're going to be seeing an incoming cold front that's going to come from British Columbia and come to the south and the northwest. And then that's going to gradually come back behind those warm fronts here. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and bye guys.